Hello, my name is Haley Putman, and I'm going to be presenting my research study proposal on the effects of educational mathematics video games in the classroom. What seems to be a long present issue in Alabama is Alabama academic achievement scores in comparison to the nation. This chart illustrates that, where Alabama is above the bottom state score. However, we are below the national average and well below the top scoring states. And this is something to consider when Alabama educators are looking to innovate. Another new part of society that is making an impact on education is the growing use of digital devices and that of our students. This chart on the left illustrates the percentage of children's use of digital devices, illustrating ages 0 to 8 and their exposure to digital devices from television all the way to gaming devices. And this illustrates just how our students are more involved in digital devices, and digital devices are becoming a part of their day-to-day lives as they are a part of our adult day-to-day lives. And I think that that is extremely important to consider when it is a part of their daily lives, that we should consider it being a part of their classroom. The chart on the right illustrates a possible issue that this growing digital use has created, which is a decline in attention span. It shows a decline from 12 seconds in 2000 of the average adult to 8 seconds in 2013 of the average adult. This is a significant drop that kind of happened in the midst of the digital age, and the study attributes it to the increased use of digital devices. And there is the goldfish average attention span, to put it in perspective there. And it's possible in 2023 now we have declined even more with the increased digital use. So attention span may be contributing to the growing lack of engagement. Teachers across the nation online discuss this, and teachers, my own peers, discuss the growing lack of engagement and the increase of behavior infractions. And this chart here just explains the almost unanimous opinion about the fact that engagement and achievement are directly related. So what do we do? Video games? Maybe. This research study aims to discover the effects of integrating educational math video games into the classroom in the hopes of improving engagement and improving academic achievement. There are a long list of professionals and studies that are in favor of using video games in the classroom, educational video games in the classroom. And this study is to back that and to help promote positivity around digital use in the classroom, because there are still some teachers who are reluctant, especially in my own system. So the action plan of the study. The goal, as we discussed, is to improve academic achievement and academic and engagement, or at least to discover if it does. And this will be done looking at specifically a kindergarten class and addition and subtraction of those students. So the students will be placed into two groups: the experimental group, who will participate in 15 minutes of math video games, and the control group, who will participate in a traditional whole group lesson for 15 minutes. And then, of course, all of the students will participate in a 45-minute traditional whole group instruction to ensure that all students are receiving an hour instruction mandated by the state. The sampling method used will be non-probability sampling approach, which will be employed with the measure control of matching based on students' prior achievement levels. This is so that there is a balance of representation of all students of all achievement levels, and that there's not an imbalance of students classified as average, advanced, struggling in either one of the control or the experimental group. The procedures, it will start with a standardized pretest for all students, and of course the dividing of the students into the two groups. There will be lessons given for a 4-week period on addition and subtraction, with every Friday assessing the students' progress and if they have reached proficiency of addition and subtraction up to 10. The assessments will be standardized and scripted for the administrator of the test. I will be the one providing the lessons for whole group and the control group. And my instructional math interventionalist will be monitoring the experimental group and helping with test administration. So those are the two people who will be using the scripted. The behavior of the student will also be monitored and recorded to measure engagement. We will record the behavior infractions for both groups and monitor students' engagement, answering questions, whatnot. The assessments that will be given, of course, will align with the Alabama State Standards MA19K8 and MA19K9, covering addition and subtraction up to 10. The ethical considerations. Of course, making sure that me, my colleague, and the students are all trained in the technology that will be used. If they are not able to use the technology effectively, then they cannot effectively learn. Also ensuring accessibility for all of my students, even those with disabilities. And as an educator, prioritizing that the objective is for all of my students to achieve proficiency in subtraction and addition in the standards chosen. Also, the students' identities will be kept confidential, using numbers instead of their names. Informed consent will be obtained from me by the parents or guardians, and ensuring that the guardians understand that they may remove their students from participating in the study at any time. I also think it's important to make sure that I include in the narrative that of the study that this is to improve traditional teaching, not to replace it by any means. The anticipated impact on student achievement is boosting engagement and boosting achievement scores, but also positively affecting the behavior of the students in the classroom and limiting those behavioral infractions by giving them an immersive learning experience. But of course, the main objective will be to improve students' addition and subtraction skills within 0 to 10 range. Upon reflection, there are a few weaknesses, one being that it is a small sample size, and that the conductor of the study is myself, who is also the author, and I'm actively involved in all working parts. A way to remedy this would be to add more students, add more classes, add more teachers. So that way we get more information, and it would maybe limit some of those biases that possibly could arise. I also think it would be beneficial to give a survey to the students who worked with the educational video games to see their own opinions. I think that would be valuable. Here are my resources. And thank you for watching.